Our good form continues, and today we're one step away from playing with the big boys in the FA Cup. Hello and welcome to episode 13 of From the Bottom to the Top, as we try and take a National League side south, Weymouth in our case, from the bottom all the way to the top, and this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have two games for you. First up, the FA Cup fourth qualifying round, one step away from playing with the big boys in the FA Cup. This time we play Tonbridge Angels, who are in the National League, and yeah, we haven't beaten them so far this series, so it's not going to be easy, but who knows? Who knows? We could do a little bit of giant killing on the way. If we want to progress in the FA Cup, we're almost certainly going to have to do some giant killing. And then we have a Vanarama National League Matchday 14 against Southend. So they are our two matches today. Don't forget, if you do enjoy the episode, please leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of the series so far and what you'd like to see me do next, etc, etc. And also, if you want to keep up with what's going on in this channel, the best way of doing it is to follow me on Twitter at JustOffsideFM. That's how to do it. So with all that said and done, let's go and have a look and see what's been happening since you were last with us. We have played one game in the Vanarama National League. It was a game against Dulwich Hamlet. It was a 3-1 win in that game, and on this occasion the scorers were Michael Weiss, Cameron Cooper and Brandon Goodship, who scored from the penalty spot. Let's have a proper look at the stats and what have you. We got off to an absolutely stupendous start. As you remember, at the start of at the end of the last episode, we had a bad injury to Evans. Let's have a quick look, see how he's doing. He's got 4 to 7 weeks still to go. Kieran Evans picking up that broken toe, ouch, in the match against Slough, and yeah, a bit of a hit for us because he was doing extremely well. Let's have a look at his stats, and as you'll see, at least I hope you can see, I can't see anything at the minute. He's made 8 appearances. It's not the screen I want for some reason or other. Recent form, maybe this is the one. This is the one, maybe. Yeah, gives us a breakdown. He's made 9 appearances, 8 in the league, 1 in the FA Cup. He scored 5 goals in the league, 3 assists, 1 goal in the FA Cup, 6 goals altogether, 3 assists from those 9 matches. An average rating of 7.31. He's been very, very good, but we've lost him at the moment. As I was about to say, Mitchell Weiss coming in and taking his place behind Goodship and Cooper last time out. And he got us off to a very good start. 2 minutes on the clock. Solanke comes forward. That man Prescott, who seems to just make assists out of nothing, crossed it into the box. Weiss in off the goalkeeper. And so we had a 1-0 lead at half-time, and it was tough going. It wasn't all as straightforward as it looked, and it wasn't until the 58th minute that Cameron Cooper actually made it look a little bit better. Spurway from a ball played in by Prescott again, I think, out to Cooper, who was in acres of space, created the little bit more space for himself and tucked it away into the side netting, made it 2-0 at this juncture in time. And then Harvey Slade had a penalty got rid in the last game, I think it was, in the Slough game, as you will remember. I think Goodship getting the other goal. I can't remember now who got it, but anyway, Goodship put this one away and made it 3-1, and it wasn't until the 81st minute that they were lucky and got a consolation goal, as it turned out. And this ball out wide to Barzi, I'm not quite sure why Nick Zach was coming out for that, but he did. He came out to collect, didn't get it. Barze got there before him. Tarara was in the middle and put it away, made it 3-1, but we managed to hang on, and a 3-1 win was good enough. 17 shots, 7 on target, 3.70, 60% of the possession. They had 9 shots, 5 on target, 1.32, and 40% of the possession, which leaves the table looking like this. We are top on 34 points. Bath City are in second. We'll have a look at the reason why in just a moment, because Bath City, having been on reasonably good form, lost their last match to Wealdstone. So we are 7 points clear of them at the moment. Maidstone United also on 27 points. Just behind them on goal difference. They've had 5 straight wins in their last 5 games. As has Eastbourne Borough, been coming like a train. They're on 25 points. Braintree are in 5th. Also on 25 points, 1-3, drawn 2. Dartford falling away rapidly at the moment. I mean, there's a 10-point gap over them at the moment. At one time, we were sort of like pretty much on even Stevens, weren't we? They've not won in 5, lost 3, and drawn the other 2. Wealdstone having a good little run. They've won their last 3 straight, drawn 1 and lost 1 in their last 5. So their form is improving. Hemel Hempstead just outside the playoffs. So we're 10 points clear of the 7th place Wealdstone at the moment, in that last playoff place. And then at the bottom, Slough Town still yet to improve on their 1 point at the bottom there. Hampton and Richmond, Hungerford Town, Farnborough and Slough Town in the drop zone. But Hampton and Richmond not to drift yet. Neither is Hungerford Town, albeit their form, everybody's form down there, is somewhat dubious. So that is how the table. We'll have a quick look at the recent results. It looks like Eastbourne Borough and Truro City are playing. Is that an early game? Yeah, it's because we're in the FA Cup, I think, isn't it? That's why. And the rest of the games are being played on Tuesday night. They've all been moved because of it. Yeah, but obviously this was the games played on Tuesday, which mopped up the teams that had a game in hand. As we said, Wealdstone beating Bath City by 2-0 in that one. Billericay and Farnborough 2-1. Eastbourne Borough, as I said, are coming very well at the moment. A 2-1 win over Weston-super-Mare. Maidstone United beating Southend, the team that we will play second in the episode today. St Albans City and Havant and Waterlooville 1-1. And then Dulwich Hamlet, who we beat last time out, drawing 2-2 with Worthing. So that is how it's all ended. Our first game up today is against Tonbridge Angels in the FA Cup 4th qualifying round. Previous against Tonbridge Angels isn't good, as I said in the preamble. We lost to them twice in the National League South last season. A 2-0 loss at home, a 5-1 loss on the road. Joe Turner, Greenwich getting 2, Fag and Guard, the scorers on that occasion. Hopefully it won't be a rerun today at the Hollicon Wealth Longmead Stadium. We're looking for a better result, and let's hope we can go and get it. Kieran Owens out with a broken toe. Melvin Lambert is away on international duty with St Lucia. Tonbridge Angels have a full team to pick from, so it's going to be a toughie. Let's go and see and have a look at the team that will face Tonbridge Angels. And here is the team that faces Tonbridge Angels for a chance to play the big boys in the FA Cup. Nick Zack in goal, Ryan, Slade, Spurway and Prescott are our defensive line. Prescott in very good form at the moment, supplying the front boys. Williams, Bolton and Solanke are our midfield. Bolton put in his preferred ball-winning midfielder role. Vice sitting behind Goodship and Cooper, where, as you can see with the green lines here, is his best place. And then on the bench, Kelly, Rowan, Howe, Hamlin, Harris, Petit and Knight. A very defensive bench, but with Melvin Lambert away on international duty, we don't have much in the way of strikers. And here we are, Tonbridge Angels. They're playing a 4-3-3 with a defensive midfielder. Won 2 of their last 5, drawn 2 and lost 1. We're playing our usual formation. Won 4 of our last 5. 4th qualifying round of the FA Cup. Nearly 4 minutes on the clock. It's a long ball hit forward. Bolton trying to thread that through to Cooper, playing in our away kit today. Prescott, who's delivered lots of assists lately. Deep ball. It's in the back of the net. It was on the head of Goodship, and Goodship puts it away. 5 minutes on the clock, and we go 1 up against Tonbridge Angels. It's a long way to go yet, and it's very early in the game. But that man Prescott again delivering, overrun the ball, bopped it in straight on Goodship's head. Bang. Turner with a free kick, swung in. It's headed over top. Nick Zack wasn't going to get there, but it went over the top. Another free kick. Guard. Lyons Foster out to Tyler. It's crossed into the area, and that man who caused us problems last time, Greenwich, gets them back level after 17 minutes. And it was all too easy in the end. Lyons Foster is a well-worked thing. Something off the training ground by the looks of it. Oh, it come off a player here. Solanke, I think, deflected it to Greenwich, although it was going behind him. Another free kick. Guard this time swung in. It's headed clear by Slade. Lyons Foster will get there. Slade off his feet and didn't win the ball. And it's a shot blocked by Solanke. It's gone out wide. Need to be careful. Greenwich again, just putting that wide. Nick Zack with a goal kick. It's out to Prescott, who's picked up a yellow card, which means he will have a suspension in the next FA Cup match, whenever that is. Crosses it deep. It's headed clear, and they come away with the ball. Greenwich filled in, and need to try and win this ball back. Pushed them back into their half at the moment. It's gone out wide to Turner. Into the area. Oof. Greenwich keeps giving us problems. And nearly again, he's threatening. Well, despite Greenwich's best efforts, we have managed to get to half-time. 1-1. They've had 7 shots, 3 on target, 1.51 on the XG, but only 40% of the possession. Greenwich after 17 minutes. Goodship getting us in front after 5 from Prescott again. We've had 2 shots, just that 1 on target, 0.18 and 60% of the possession. Yeah, it's going to be interesting second half. 64 minutes on the clock. Ryan with a throw into Goodship. Goodship comes inside. He's got that through to Vice. Vice in the area. And he's pulled a save out of the goalkeeper. Thought he was going to try and cross that for a minute. And it would have probably been the better option. Ryan with a short corner now to Vice. Vice crosses it from deep. But Ruddy there collects. And with nearly 17 minutes on the clock, making 2 changes at this juncture in time, we have taken off Elliot Bolton, who's picked up an injury. It's a lower leg injury. Hopefully it's not too bad. He's come off as Solanke moves into the ball-winning midfielder position. Williams switches over to the right. Petit comes on to replace him. And then we've moved Vice up alongside Goodship and taken off Cameron Cooper, who wasn't having a good day. And we've brought on Joe Knight in the attacking playmaker role. We have a free kick now. Vice with the free kick. Vice swings it in. Good chip it was aimed at. Didn't get there. Ryan into the area. Ryan puts it away. John Ryan, his first goal of the season. What a time to score it as well. 78 minutes on the clock. And we go 1 up. We go 2-1 up. And John Ryan all on his own. And with 80 minutes on the clock, they have taken off Jordan Greenwich, just so you know. But we've also taken off Solanke, who is getting tired, and replaced him with Charlie Rowan. They have a free kick just inside our half. It's a ball that's fired long. Prescott is there. Prescott has Spurway inside him. Through to Williams. Williams to Rowan. Rowan, who's come on, of course. Petit. Through to Goodship, who drops deep. Oh, Petit just got there. Out to Ryan, who's given us the lead. Ryan, cross it in. It's cleared. Petit is going to be there. Petit's nearly run out of time, but managed to get a boot in. Slade, Rowan, we keep possession. Williams, Spurway, 83 minutes on the clock. Prescott, Spurway, another goal now would finish it off, of course. Petit comes forward. Petit, can he get in the area? Can he get the cross in? No. He's got Ryan there. Ryan crosses it into the area. Knight is in the back of the net. And Toure Williams, with his second goal of the season, makes it 3-1 on 84 minutes. And I think, I don't want to count the chickens, but I think we might be going to the first round of the FA Cup. And to be honest, on previous, I didn't expect it. Slade on a free kick. We're in the second minute of 5 added on. Petit, Rowan. Rowan finds Knight. Knight to Vice. Vice, Goodship. Williams, the scorer of the third. Prescott, cross out in the area. And Mitchell Vice, his 6th goal of the season. It's 4-1. We are in the first round of the FA Cup, boys and girls. And wow, what a way that we've won this. We've played absolutely fantastically. And Prescott, the provider, once again for Vice. Oh, man, that is good. Not missing Evans at all. Ryan with a throw-in on that far side. Goodship. Slade. Slade to Petit. Back to Slade. We are in the 4th minute of the 5 added on. Petit. Slade. Slade finds Rowan. Rowan to Knight. Vice. Vice has a go. Oh, my goodness. Oh, what a way to finish this off. 5-1 on 94. And Mitchell Vice, well, I'll be dashed. It was the last thing I was expecting him to do. I thought he just decided to have a go and beat the goalkeeper, Ruddy, who was off his line. It's all over. We are in the draw for the first round of the FA Cup. And look who's got player of the match again. It's that man, Alfie Prescott. He is a star. What a buy he was. And it's a shame we didn't have Sullivan on the other side. Because had we had Sullivan on the other side, I really don't know how much better we would have been, because they were fantastic. But Mitchell Vice didn't do a great deal in that game until the 92nd minute, and then in 2 minutes scored some absolutely wonderful goals. And I want to see this one again, because this was, I think, unless something changes, this has got to be goal of the season. Turned himself, and what a goal. Oh, man. So good. 10 shots, 5 on target, 1.57, equal to Tonbridge Angels, who are in the National League, and that's where we want to be next season. 63% of the possession. They had 10 shots, 3 on target, 1.57, and 37% of the possession. Oh, I thought we were looking at a draw, and that's what I was contemplating for great chunks of that game, pretty much, until the 78th minute when John Ryan gave us a 2-1 lead. Toure Williams after 84. Well, I really, I say I'm lost for words. I'm clearly not, but it feels like it. Well, whilst we were at the FA Cup playing that game, Eastbourne Borough and Truro City have played the first game in this round of Vanarama National League South. The rest play on Tuesday, but Eastbourne Borough, who are on extremely good form at the moment, have beaten Truro City by 3-1 to move into second place on 28 points as it currently stands. Some 6 points behind us, I think it is, on my quick calculation. But of course, we do have a game in hand over them. So that is where it's at. Be back in a moment for the draw for the first round proper of the FA Cup. Well, not only have we beaten Tonbridge Angels in the fourth qualifying round, a little bit of news is that they've also, the under-18s have also beaten Tonbridge Angels in their Youth Cup third qualifying round. Matt Black and Alex Mitchinson, names to remember for future, have scored the goals. A 2-0 win for them, and I think that means they are through to the first round proper in that competition as well. But talking about first round propers, this is where we play our first games against the big boys, or potentially play, unless the draw doesn't go with us, of course. 88 teams will go into the hat for the 40 matches to be drawn, with up to League One teams. So League Two and League One teams entering the competition at this stage. So without any more to do, let's get on with the draw. And here we are right at the start of this draw. As I said, 80 teams left to draw. That includes 8 replays as well. 40 matches to be drawn out. Let's get underway then. Gateshead of League 2 will play Bath City. Bath getting through to that match. So Bath City playing League 2 opponents. Shrewsbury will play Exeter City. Milton Keynes Dons, that's a big one, against Harrogate Town. Doncaster will play AFC Wimbledon, all EFL draws. Hemel Hempstead Town to play Wigan Athletic in the first round. Carlisle will play Lewes, one of the lower sides still left in the competition. Dorking, who I think are a National League side, they are indeed, will play Wycombe Wanderers, I think of League One. Indeed. Rotherham, also of League One, will play Hayes and Yeading United. Good draw for Hayes and Yeading. Tranmere will play Mansfield. Maidenhead United or Worthing will play Yeovil Town. Barnsley will play Leyton Orient. Colchester will play Sutton United. Sorry, that was a bit quick. Barrow will play Notts County. And we are out. We are at home. So who will we get? We will play Cheltenham Town of League 2. Playing Cheltenham Town. 2 levels above us as it currently stands, and that's who we will be playing the first weekend in November. And the full draw for you, I will pull it down very, very slowly, just so you can see if you can spot your favourite team in amongst that. So that is the draw for the FA Cup first round. Let's have a look at to see how that affects the schedule. So there we go then. The 2nd of November that we'll be playing Cheltenham. It's quite possible we will come back for Truro and Cheltenham then in the next round. And then Eastbourne Borough and the second round of the FA Trophy depending on how it goes. When is the second round of the FA Cup? Of course, the third round is in January. Why are we so far in advance here? What's going on? November, that's what we want. The second round is played on the 30th of November. So, towards the end. So, it might be an FA Trophy and an FA Cup match, depending on where Maidstone United slips in amongst that lot. So, we will see in due course. Right. Without any more to do, having noted where that is going, let's have a look at the team then that will face Southend in our second game of the episode. Southend, 10th in the league. They are without Cargbo away on international duty with Sierra Leone, and Nathan Ralph out with a torn thigh muscle. We're without Alfie Prescott, who's suspended. Kieran Evans obviously out with his broken toe, and Melvin Lambert out. He's on international duty with St Lucia. I think we've not played Southend before. I think they dropped down out of the National League last season, I think. They did. Vanarama National League, the first time they've dropped down into the lower leagues for some time. So they're on a downward thing. Let's go and see if we can get a result against them today. First time out, we are at the Bob Lucas Stadium. Let's have a look at the team that will face Southend. And here is the team that faces Southend in this Vanarama National League South match day 14. Nick Zack continues in goal. Ryan, Hamlin, Spurway and Howe, who's in for the suspended Prescott on the right-hand side. Knight, Williams and Petit are in central midfield, mainly because Solanke and Bolton both not 100%. So they may play a part in the game, but not until later. Vice is sat behind Goodship and Cooper as they start. Slade, Rowan, Harris, Solanke and Bolton. Once again, a very defensive-looking bench, but we don't have much in the way of attackers. And here we are, playing our usual formation. Of course, won 4 of the last 5. Southend have lost 5 straight games, playing a 4-3-3 with a defensive midfielder today. We are top on 34 points, and Southend 10th with 21 points. Four minutes on the clock. Howe with a throw into Petit. Back to Petit. Williams out wide to Howe. Howe into the area. Oh, Knight should have put that one away. It was a lovely ball in from Howe, but Knight shot way off target. Throw in for Southend. Headed away by Howe, but only as far as a Southend player. And the attack again. Crossed into the area, looking for a player, but defended well. Shot from distance. It's gone over the top. 35 minutes on the clock. A free kick to Knight. Knight is bouncing around. It took a deflection, and Howe is there to put it away. His second of the season. And on 36 minutes, we go 1 up. Vice, a very quick one to Knight. Knight had a shot. It cannoned off of a defender, fell to Howe, and Howe putting it away. Question whether he was offside or not. I think he might have been, actually. A throw in for Southend on that far side. As they come forward, Barnes is on the ball. It's crossed into the area. And Morehouse gets them level after 40 minutes. And it's 1-1. Lead not lasting that long. A nice through ball. Barnes just put it into the danger zone, and Morehouse unmarked. 3 of our players there, but nobody marking him. They have a throw on this near side now, forward. And last thing we want to do is capitulate. A good ship coming back and collecting that ball, but then gives it away. It's crossed deep into the box, and he put it away. And they do take a 2-1 lead. 2 goals in 2 minutes. And, well, good ship winning that ball, but didn't do anything with it. And then not defending well. And Dickinson beating Howe in the air. A free kick. Weiss with the free kick. Weiss! Oh, underneath the goalkeeper. He's 8th of the season, and most unlikely on 45 minutes we go level. It's been a topsy-turvy game so far. What a shot, and the goalkeeper not getting across to it. And at half-time, it's all square. We really shouldn't have been in that position, but we did end up in that position. 9 shots, 4 on target, 1.73, 59% of the possession. They had 6 shots, 2 on target, both goals, 0.75 and 41% of the possession. Yeah. Weiss with the corner, 48 minutes on the clock. It's swung in, it's bouncing around, and it's fallen, and Spencer Spuraway makes it 3-2 on 50 minutes. See that again from behind. And we've taken the lead once again. Weiss, corner in. Spuraway heads it down. It's bouncing around in there, but Spuraway is the first to react and puts it away. And with 60 minutes on the clock, we're making 2 changes. John Ryan with the yellow card and not having a good day. He's come off. We've replaced him with Archie Harris on the left wing-back position. And then we've had a bit of a juggle round. Good ship has come off. We've removed him. Weiss moves forward into an attacking position. Knight moving in behind Cooper and Weiss. Petit comes on and replaces Goodship. Solanke comes on and replaces Goodship. Solanke on the right-hand side of that midfield trio, and Petit moving over to the left. Long ball forward. Spurway heads it to Harris, who's just come on. Nick Zack out to Harris. Archie Harris on that left-hand side. Forward to Knight. Knight through to Weiss, who's gone forward now. Weiss into area for Cooper. And Cooper is in a deadly position for Cooper. He's 11th of the season. And we go 4-2 in front. And very quickly, that left-hand side where we made those changes has borne fruit. Harris, who's just come on, through to Knight, who's in that attacking playmaker role. Weiss across to Cooper. Cooper, on his own, puts it away. And with 85 minutes on the clock, making one final change, we have taken off Toure Williams, who's played fairly well in that ball-winning midfielder role today. And Elliot Bolton comes on to replace him. And that is our final change. We have 5 minutes to see this game out with a 2-goal lead. And no more highlights. It's all over. They come back at us and give us a bit of a torrid time. But we managed to sort it out in the end. Nick Zack not having the best day in goal. But he's still got a 100% record of being in there. So Teddy Howe getting us underway after 36. Morehouse equalising after 40. They got themselves in front 2-1 after 41 minutes. A minute later with through Dickinson. Mitchell Weiss equalising on 45 minutes to make it 2-2 at half time. 5 minutes into the second half, Spuraway making profit from the bad defending really, and not getting rid of the ball. 50 minutes, Spencer Spuraway making it 3-2. And then Cameron Cooper in acres of space on 63 minutes from a well-worked move down the left-hand side, having brought on and changed around 2 players. Cameron Cooper scoring the 4th and the decisive goal. 15 shots, 8 on target, 2.97, 63% of the possession. They had 13 shots, just the 2 shots on goal, which were goals in themselves. 1.16 on the XG, 37% of possession. It's another win. And how's it left us at the top of the table? And so with the results in, there are a number of teams still played only 13 games, but none that directly affect us, I don't think. Not too much. So as it stands, we are 9 points clear of Eastbourne Borough, who are in second place. They must have won again today because they've moved up into second. Where are we? Doesn't look like they played, actually. Interesting. Oh, they played yesterday, didn't they? Of course they did. And they beat Truro City 3-1. So they are behind us on 9 points. Have a 9-point gap down to them. Bath City also just with them. Drew 1-1 with Dulwich Hamlet today. So they're there. Dartford, have they stopped their rot? They have stopped the rot at the moment. A 2-1 win against local rivals Maidstone United. So they will be pleased that they've stopped the rot there. And talking of Maidstone United, they are in fifth, also on 27 points. Wealdstone on 27. They've been doing very well of late. They've won again against St Albans City, and Hemel Hempstead taking up the last playoff place with 26 points. Then come Braintree just outside on 25. Good to know that Slough Town have finally won a game. They beat Hampden and Richmond, relegation candidates, with them by 2 goals to 1. I'll try and get that out properly. They have 4 points now after 14 games, having won their first game. They are a little bit adrift to Salisbury, who are 20th on 11 points. But Hungerford, Hampden and Richmond, Farnborough and Slough Town in that drop zone as it is at the moment. Hemel Hempstead beating Chelmsford City by 7 goals to 1. That was a resounding win for them, and they're coming like a train at the moment behind, but we're a good 11 points clear of them at the moment. So good way to end the episode. We've not lost now in 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 games. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games in all competitions since we got that draw against Wealdstone. We're going to play Weston-super-Mare and Dartford offline. We're going to come back for Truro City and Cheltenham Town in the first round of the FA Cup. And then we will come back, depending on how that goes, we'll come back towards the end of the month for Eastbourne Borough, because they are in second place at the moment, and we're assuming that they will still be in second place when it gets there. Eastbourne Borough and whoever we play in the FA Trophy second round. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification button. It will keep you up to date with all future episodes of From the Bottom to the Top and our other series, Irons in the Fire, as they are released, of course. New episodes of Bottom to the Top are released every Tuesday and Friday at 4:15 p.m. And the best way of keeping up to date with what's happening on this channel is to follow me on Twitter at JustOffside2. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you for the next episode. Then it'll be episode 14. Features Truro City and Cheltenham Town in the FA Cup first round. Join me for that. Till then, bye-bye.